What is going on, everybody? It's good to see you. Happy Thursday. Super good to see you guys here. Welcome to another episode of Robeytech. Wow, two streams in a row with a PC giveaway, and this one, no PC giveaway, but we got gameplay today, so we're gonna be playing Enshrouded later on today as part of the live stream as well. We got a 2-hour just session checking out their brand new update, which is Back to the Shroud, which I'm actually pretty excited about. So it should be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but I did wanna give you guys a heads up. If you do wanna play, there's a dedicated Robeytech server. We'll get you guys, you can just basically search for Robeytech on Enshrouded, and then the password is RT Community, capital RTC, if you want to go and just play with us. That's going to be starting in about 2 hours when we kind of get to that point. But that's a little bit ahead of myself, but it's good to see you guys. Welcome to the Thursday, just normal stream. We've done a mod workshop. We did that great stream with ASUS yesterday, and today we are here checking out the brand new Corsair 3500x case. We're going to be showing the insides, the outsides. The review for this will be out sometime late next week. But you know, a part of me doing reviews, especially when we get cases post-embargo, is us getting the build experience and stuff like that. But good to see you. Welcome everybody. In terms of giveaways that are happening today, if we get level 5 hype train, $25 new gift card, 50 subs, give away a $50 new gift card, and we get 250 likes on the YouTube video, we also give away $25 new gift cards. So that's kind of the whole deal for what's happening today. One change, we are going to be moving the Saturday stream to next week. Main reason being is just that the build itself isn't ready. And then we've done 3 builds, 3 streams this week, so I'm not feeling too bad. There is also no Intel Live this week as well. And I have literally come off of like what is essentially, I worked Friday, I worked Saturday, I worked Sunday, I came back, we worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today, and then I haven't had actually a day off in almost 2 weeks, so I'm literally like, you know what, I'm gonna take like a 3-day, come back on Monday, and then we'll start doing stuff again, so it should be fun. But we still got a lot of builds going on next week as well. Plus we're gonna be showing off some monitors and stuff as well, so it should be a fun couple days as well. So what's going on with you guys? You guys having fun? What do you guys think of the last couple streams that we've done? Did you guys like having JJ on the stream talking about all the stuff for ASUS? And of course, that Ghost of Tsushima build looks so good. So I'm doing good, dude. The Drew, I am. I'm actually glad to like literally have just been. We've been balls to the wall, you know what I mean? Just getting content out. I've liked that we've actually now got this routine for getting builds prepped and all that sort of stuff. So all in all, it's felt really good. So it's been good to be back here, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the streams. Yeah, you're right, we've had some really sick builds, and we have some other really sick builds coming up, which I'm really excited about as well. So I'm really excited for what I get to see up. JJ was a nice addition to the show. I'm glad I was able to share some insights with it. Oh, that's awesome. And In Need of Temperance, coming away with probably one of the coolest looking builds we've ever built, which is actually pretty cool. I would an inverted case build, don't really see those. There are some on Lee & Lee. I know we have the Be Quiet one that we have coming up here. I'm trying to get some new cases. Actually, we've kind of run through all of our cases. We did just get one the other day, but that case doesn't come out until like sometime in September. So yeah, we need to get some new cases. So I do need to sit down and look at what we're gonna do for the next couple weeks. Let's see what else we got in here. I would like, greetings everyone. Yes, awesome as always. Okay, well, there we go. That's what's going on. Okay, so I've gone through the build. I've talked to you guys about the giveaways. You guys know the deal. Like the Ghost build better than the Hyperion. Dude, that Hyperion build was huge. So big, so big. Yeah, so GT Beakerman, I'm gonna ping Mike and see if he can send us a number of cases, because we actually haven't done anything with them in a long, long while. So I do need to do that and get that squared away as well. So it was the size. I know, it was so big. So big. It's sitting over there right now. It's actually gonna, but here's the deal. Every time we get finished with those builds, I'm like so I have this beautiful system that sits downstairs in my main living room, and that main living room one, it actually has like a 14900KS system in it, and I keep looking at the Hyperion. I'm like, you know what, I should just replace that, and it's a 7000D. I should put this in there because it's just a little bit more stylish, but we'll have to go through there. Is that lighter? It is no tint. Well, it might be a light dark tint. So there is some tint, but it's not very much. So it's like a darker tint on the case. So anyway, this is what we're gonna be building today. We're gonna be building in the brand new case from Corsair. They've had the 2500X, the 50, wow, what is the other one? The 25, there's a 25, is it the 55? You know, my mind just went blank. And then this is the brand new 3500X, which just released like a couple weeks ago. So let's talk about what we're putting inside of it. Guys, it's time. That's the deal, right? We have a lot of AMD builds coming up. So you guys have been seeing a lot of Intel. Now it's time for AMD. So just to kind of kick things off as we begin to start the transition to more AMD builds, we're gonna be using the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. Very excited about getting our hands on and building with the Ryzen 7 9700X and the Ryzen 5 9600X. Of course, we're still waiting for all that sort of stuff to kind of come through. But again, we're on the cusp of all these new CPUs. So I figured, you know what? We know AMD's right around the corner with these launching next week. So let's go ahead and start the AMD hype and getting stuff going there. So starting there, Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. For the motherboard for this one, we're using the MSI B650 Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. Thank you very much, by the way, Shoom State, for the sub. We're using the B650 Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. Great motherboard. Really like MSI. They've really kind of come into their own recently with their BIOS updates. They were one of the first ones to deal with the Intel patches. And all in all, like I find their BIOS actually very, very uncluttered, and the other thing too is that their MSI Center also has done a really good job of just not running a lot of, like, it doesn't take up a lot of resident memory or CPU processing stuff, so pretty straightforward. And then, you know, it's just worked better, which is actually kind of nice. So B650 Carbon Wi-Fi. For our storage, we're going Corsair here because it's a Corsair build. So we're gonna use the Vengeance RAM. This is DDR5, 32 gigs of 6,000 mega transfer RAM. And then I like these as well. This is the MP600 Pro NH. It's a 2 terabyte NVMe drive. So it should have plenty of room for you know, anything that you want to do, from like putting in like 1/3 of COD or, you know, half of Flight Sim. But there's that right there. For our cooler, giving iCUE Link. So we're actually going to be using the iCUE Link H150i. Really like this cooler. But we're gonna play with new fans today, so brand new fans from the folks over at Corsair. Still iCUE Link, but we're gonna use their LX120 RGBs instead of the QX120s that are included with this. So we'll run thermals and stuff like that, see how this goes. By the way, the magnets in this are so strong. Check this out. Like, they're so strong, they get felt through the box. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the box actually stays stuck together. So we got 9 of these fans to throw inside of the case, which is fun. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so now, like, look at this. It's like you can have like a train of these things. So we're gonna be playing with their LX120s, showing those off. Yeah, no surprise. My favorite kind of PSU, which I know drives our techs mad a little bit nuts. This is the Tough Gaming 850 watt power supply. And then for our GPU, we're gonna use the GeForce RTX 4070 Super from PNY. These guys have just got finished picking up Kingpin. We did a whole video on the PNY series, so if you wanna check those out. I feel like they're kind of a nice blank slate for Kingpin, and then with 5000 series rumored for starting in early next year, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And the other thing too is, like, again, this is just such a great cost card, and at the same time, this whole build that you guys are gonna see here is $2,200, so nicely priced from that perspective. And then of course we also have some cable extensions to keep things clean. We got our typical Asia horse, and then we've got a straight run cable mod cable. But that is our build. That's all of our parts for our build right there. So there it is right there. And then this is the build we're going to be building today. Magnets, how do they work? Yeah, that's pretty cool. The C5, the Antec C5 is a great case. Actually, I really enjoyed building in that. So, okay, let's see if it'll. Oh, it almost held them. It was almost so strong it'll hold 2. Look at that. Like, it's strong enough, like it's holding 2. It's like a magic. He can do magic. Ooh, there we go. You guys saw that? How magical I am? Robey, do you think about all of the Intel layoffs? So yeah, the Intel layoffs is interesting, right? But the other thing too, here's the thing. Layoffs are never good. Layoffs are never good, but the one thing I will say after reading a lot of the stuff, this was something that Pat Gelsinger said that he was going to be doing when he took over the company, and this is supposed to be, so this doesn't sound like it's in reaction, doesn't sound like it's in reaction to what just happened, specifically with the issues with the 13th and 14th gen chips, that this was part of a larger thing that's always will have happened in terms of his like revamp of Intel. But yeah, no, like, of course it makes me nervous, right? Like I don't like seeing people lose their jobs. So calm down, Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm Magic Man. That's right. So yeah, it's scary, right? We have a lot. I have a lot of friends at all of these companies now. So anytime I see stuff like that, I'm like, man, I hope my friends are okay. You know. Ugh. Okay, here we go. So let's grab all of our stuff here. So we got our CPU, we got our memory, our storage, and then now we just need is our motherboard. That should be everything. Yeah, it's like, it was like all kind of his thing, right? So, and again, the other thing that they definitely need to do is they need Arrow Lake and Lunar Lake to be something awesome, right? Because that's supposed to prove that their foundries and their factories can actually compete with the same stuff that's coming out of TSMC, right? So, yeah, there's, you know, it's funny because a lot of it for chip manufacturing in the United States, there's kind of a lot riding on Intel in that regard. Not necessarily that AMD may, I don't know if AMD will ever use them. I mean, it is one of Pat's like dreams, is that one time, kind of like when Microsoft was at the Apple event, that one day that AMD and Intel will be on the same stage and Intel will be making their chips, but we'll have to see what happens. I'm so curious what fan in the new Link system is best for radiators. That's actually a really good question. I think right now it's the RX 120 non-RGBs have been the best, but those are the non-RGB. The RX 120s are probably the best from the RGB standpoint. We haven't actually tested the LX 120s yet. So, well, I mean, that's a question. I mean, there's, you know, it's funny, Jay the Destroyer Man, I don't think you're the only person who's thinking that right now. So, yeah. I think there's a lot of people who are having similar thoughts. But we'll have to see how the fix goes in, in just a few weeks, right? No. So Psycho, one thing I will say is when AMD worked with board manufacturers to fix the overvoltaging issues, it basically fixed them for all of the 7000 series. To the fact that the 7000 series has a much lower failure rate than any of the other Ryzen CPUs. Like in the order, like we're talking about less than 1% versus like the 5% on 5000 series. So no, as far as I know, that is fixed. And because basically AMD had to go slap around the motherboard manufacturers. Okay, let's start with putting our CPU in. We like to zoom way in for that. Look at the zoom, guys. Yeah, Roblon, that's only in 13th gen. Now, I mean, we're obviously waiting for Steve's next video, but the 13th, that was only in a limited number of 13th gen, though Intel hasn't been entirely clear. Oxidation, and the other thing too is what we were told from Intel so far is that was only a very small number of people that were, a very small number of chips that had the oxidation issue. So again, for most folks, and we're talking about most folks, like the majority of folks, right? Because understand, guys, even though this is hit like mainstream, and okay, let me put this in, and then I'll do my little diatribe here. Okay, here's my diatribe, because the other thing too is that I need you guys to really kind of understand something. And this is not, I want to be super clear. What is happening is bad, flat out. Want to say, what is happening is bad. Don't want to not emphasize that, anything like that. But understand this has been going on for years, Now we talk to SIs, and when you talk about the number of reports, this is happening for average consumers, the majority of you guys, the majority of people are not affected. And ever since they've done the BIOS updates, we have some SIs that don't even register this issue anymore. What I'm really concerned at is that there's a lot of phantom pain going on, and in the end, people are saying, well, you know, my thing crashed. Let's just be honest. Windows experience can kind of blow sometimes, and people put a lot of crap on their stuff that basically causes crashes. Now, truth be told, there are still a lot of people who are impacted by these CPU issues, and that's bad, and Intel absolutely needs to take care of those people. But I also want to be clear, when we talk about oxidation and then the larger scheme of people who are reporting this, when I talked to the team, when we did our investigation, we talked to SIs, it is a very, very small amount. So for most of most people, it's not an issue. So it's just one of those things that I don't want to sit there and say Intel's not off the hook. They are. I also don't want to sit there and say, like, sometimes we as consumers, and this is just across the board, love to go and sit there and freaking grab pitchforks or whatever it was because we're bigger fans of one company over the other. Let's be clear, if Intel fails, guys, that's bad for the competition. No offense, but AMD is as successful as they are because Intel was good. And Intel and AMD pushing each other breeds innovation. Just like we need AMD Radeon cards to also be good and Intel Arc cards to be good, so we can actually have innovation and actually have good hardware. Non-competition is not a good thing. TSMC is proof of that. Like basically, you can look at Ma Bell and all that other stuff. Competition is good. We want competition. So sitting there pretending and seeing destruction, remember, on the other side of that is real people's jobs, real people's lives, and at the same time, it's impact to consumers. So as long as they do the right thing and we have competition, that's a good thing. Exactly, Skilo. So I'm not saying that what is bad, like I want to be super clear, what is bad, what is happening is bad. What they have done, not good. But the other thing too is that sitting there and asking for a company to fail or asking and doing the thing that you're asking them to do has real impact on real people. And the other thing too is that also a lot of the things is a lot of people like to throw alcohol on the fire when it's not that it's bad, it's already bad enough. Don't make it worse, you know what I mean? That's my point. I am not pro Intel, I am not pro AMD, I am not pro Nvidia. I am pro basically what is best for all of us, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's just my little quick diatribe on that whole thing, just because I want them all there. You know what I mean? So pro us, you know? Like honestly, if Nvidia comes out and makes 5000 series more expensive, that's because, dude, nobody can compete with them and they can charge whatever the heck they want. That sucks. You know what I mean? Sucks. Sucks for us. Sucks for all of us. All right, so let's go ahead and put our M.2 in here, and then she's already got the guess up there for the, oh, I forgot, I don't even need this. Exactly, competition beads in for, and I just want to, again, really reiterate, what is happening is bad. Oh, dude, Flood, you're not wrong, man. And the other thing too is like the fire sale on Snapdragon processors and Copilot Plus stuff right now is also showing, like, dude, Snapdragon is, dude, you get 22 hours on that thing. But ARM is like that. The experience on it is just still not quite there. And there's stuff that they need to do, right? Like to also help fix that. But like, we were impressed with this. We were impressed with the Surface. It just feels too niche, that's all. Nasty Yoda, they did do TSMC. Actually, so for instance, Lunar Lake is in partnership with TSMC. But, dude, understand, if they go, Nasty Yoda, if they go TSMC, right, like we're talking about chip, we want more chips developed in the US. So the fact of the matter is if TSMC is doing all of the chips, same thing, we need competition there too. Because the more expensive they are, the more expensive the tech coming out of them. If they don't have anybody competing there, what we're going to pay for our CPUs, our GPUs, and all that stuff is also going to go up in price, right? So that's just what I'm saying. We need more chips. Yeah, but I mean, like, we need some other people to make chips, like not just TSMC is my point. TSMC is the same company, and that's why there's so much money going into, like, from the government, you know what I mean? Like, in some regards, government grants, all that sort of stuff to Intel because they need more people making chips beyond just TSMC, yeah. So on the board, it has a ton, actually. It's actually pretty good. There you go. Look at that. I mean, you got a lot of inputs on the back of this board. So it's actually quite a bit. You have a number of 3.2s plus dimension USB-C. Only one USB-C though, so yeah. So good for content creators and stuff like that. Really beefy board, yeah. So the only thing that I hate is sometimes I make statements and people are like, you know, like, well, no, what he was saying. And I was like, no, what I was saying. They're like, no, he wants Intel to win. No, I don't. I want competition, and I need Intel to do the right thing here and make it right for customers. Which, from what I'm seeing from what Jay was saying and stuff like that, like there's a lot of people trying to RMA and they haven't had the best process, which is kind of crappy. Wow, this peel doesn't come off. There we go. Come on. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there's that one. Why do they call... You know what? I don't know, Trout. I don't know why they call me that. I wear conservative clothing. You know, I cover up. But yet the name still... The name Sexy Beast just keeps coming up. RX 7600 it is honestly, I would stay away from both it and I would stay away from the 7600 and I would stay away from the 4060. I'm kind of okay with the 4060 Ti, but I mean like I feel like, I mean, like there are other cards like the 7700 and the 7800 that are kind of in the same price that are so close that I'd rather go to that. And then on the NVIDIA side, the 4060 Ti, the 4070 Super, the 4070 Super is just kind of like if you can wait to save to that point, then you're going to be happiness. Yes, I have, KW. We've done a number of but the thing is for gaming, it doesn't really matter. But we do have some editors who have them. Okay, here we go, guys. Testing our clicks here. That was at 97.1. Yeah, guys, head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button. Okay, here we go. That was 97.6. What did we say? Oh, it wasn't anywhere near 100. Did she say 100? Wow, Blondie's like going long on these things. Wow. I didn't know she was going so high. She's going ham. Okay, here we go. Motherboard is pretty much ready. Let's go ahead and grab our adapter. If she's like, yeah. No, but she's not wrong. Typically, Corsair has done a really good job of being pretty high. And oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I was like going. There we go. AM4. Yeah, and the one thing I will say is let's not pretend that when the new cards come out, NVIDIA GPUs will be cheaper. They never are. Hey, Figment, are you still not biting people, right? Like you're still working on that, right? Okay. We've had to talk about this. Stop. How's your therapy going? There you go. I only bite when provoked. And GT Beakerman, that's totally fine. Again, it really kind of comes down to the games that you play. And if you're happy, like that's the thing, GT Beakerman, if you're happy, it doesn't matter. Don't let other people tell you what's better or not. That's why we always say in our videos, even with our review, it's like, all we're gonna tell you is what to think about. Like if you're happy and this is what you wanna do, like do it, you know what I mean? Do the Drew, we get you a special badge, and then the other two is that special giveaways that Blondie does for those members. As long as it plays the games you want to play the way that you want it to, then you should be happy. Yep. That's all that matters, Josh. If you're happy, that's all that matters. It's like the same thing I tell the techs. I'm like, if somebody's like, well, I want to buy Intel, even with the issues, it's like, let them. If that's who they want to buy, let them. Tell them what the problems are, and if they still want to do that, then okay. It's their PC, it's their money. Oh, Figment, hopefully that goes out soon. I think, I know a lot of our prizes have been going out. VIP, there goes Do the Drew. He's like, I'm in. Yes, Dev, I will say CPUs are different. Those usually will come out. Those usually do drop down. They take a little while, but yeah, I do expect those to come down in price. So 7,000 will be a little bit of a bargain. Because technically they're not as performant as what is currently out there. Joshua Wood, that's a great case. Oh, you're welcome, Dev. Yeah, it actually, I think it actually may have, I think it has 4. It might have 4. Oh, Figment, jeez, that's tall. You mean you mean contact frames? I think they're not necessary, and I've shown that many times. I think now that, I mean, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, one of the benefits of this whole Intel fiasco has been that motherboard manufacturers have had to bring their crap back, and so you guys saw it yesterday. We basically had a 360 millimeter AIO on a 14900K, and it was in the 80s. So it's like, I think the problem is that motherboard manufacturers have been shoving so much power in there that you don't necessarily need them, and then definitely don't need them on AMD. I mean, we're talking about 65 watts on the 65 watts on the 9700X. That's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, Voodoo Ranger. Yeah, you can I'm not disagreeing with you or agreeing with you. That's just something where people got to look at what they have and make the call. When you're trying to ink out every bit of a budget, right? Like that can be an open conversation. Nasty Yoda, not really. The X3D is, unless you play like certain games like Call of Duty or something like that, X3D has actually been really good for those games, but from a productivity standpoint, it's actually a step down. Plutorium, if you go to Robeytech.com, there's a link there, and that's how you do it. And I think I have one commission on the pallet right now, that should be next week. No, Woodward, no. Honestly, dude, B650 is just really kind of the perfect board. A lot of time, the thing that you're getting on X670 is water cooling support, extra sensor support. There could be some overclocking stuff specifically, better memory profile support, right? But for the most part, no. I missed what you said. Somebody said something and said, I want to thank you. If you could re-put it in, that'd be great. I wasn't able to read it. It went by too quick. Wi-Fi 7 is, I mean, definitely a reason if you have Wi-Fi 7. Understand Wi-Fi 7 routers are not cheap. Luckily, we're getting one from ASUS, but I mean, like the one that we're getting is like $2,000. But multi-link operation, pretty rad. Not gonna lie. Okay, so just getting this stripped down. Okay, so let's take a look at this case. This is an interesting case from Corsair. So this right here is the Corsair 3500x. It's got a kind of a standard shroud. It is BTF compatible, which all of their stuff kind of is. So let's take this one off. So we'll pop that off right there. It is BTF Project Zero, but not Project Stealth compatible. So as you can see here from the side view, you do have all of the holes there for both. The one thing I do like about having these holes on standard builds, which is what we're going to put in today, is that it does make it really easy to slip and hide cables. The version that we have here is the ARGB version, but unfortunately, we're going to remove all of these and go with iCUE link. And then the other thing too is it also has this additional mount point for a fan down here. Again, it's pulling air directly from here, and you can actually mount fans here as well. So you can do 9. We actually have 9 fans. We're going to put 2 here and then 1 in the back, but you could put an additional one here if you wanted to add additional fans for the airflow up into your thing as well. And it'll do a 140 or a 120. So, but I don't think we have enough fans. We'd need one more LX120 fan to be able to do that. So we're going to be putting 2 here over the PSU, and then the rest here. So let's go and remove our fans really quick. And then there's, again, lots of room for cable management, which is actually kind of cool. And then the cables that they did do are pre-done, which is actually pretty neat. Psycho Ward, yes, it would be. And somebody again who said thank you probably typed it again and I was talking, and I'm sorry I didn't see it. Skeet Sear, because most people, let's just be honest, guys. Most people want to use NVIDIA GPUs, and we use builds that more than likely people want to copy. So it comes down to it. It's like where we put Radeon ones is, especially the 4070 Super is just, it really is kind of the ideal GPU. So when you look at, NVIDIA sells I don't know, some ungodly amount to the one for Radeon, to the point that even AMD is not really kind of pushing their cards anymore. So it's nothing against it. It just comes down to the games that I play and the games that most people play. Ray tracing, whether you care or not, it does matter. Yeah. But if you want to save money, absolutely, and you're okay with the trade-offs, then absolutely do it. Oh, Trout Outlaw, that's amazing. You are very welcome. The case have any immediate red flags? Not so far. Not that's just popping out on me. I can ask Kevin. I think the airflow was fine too. One thing I will say about Radeon cards, and where you'll see me push a whole lot more for them, is at the budget level. But when we go above $1,500, I'll just switch to NVIDIA at that point in time. Oh, that's where I was like, where did that thing go? Well, I will say developers have gotten a whole lot better about, ever since the fiasco around Hogwarts Legacy, developers have gotten a whole lot better about optimizing VRAM, which, remember, I did that whole video about that. If I were to get a custom commission for you, are you able to work with ProtoCase? It depends, right? I can reach out and see. I've never worked with them before, but I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Okay, guys, taking out all of these. Look at how many cables we get rid of with just this. All those cables gone. Just like that. None of those cables I have to worry about. That was like the majority of the cables. Look at what I have left of cables. There's 5. Man, So crazy. Joshua Wood, those are my favorite. Love, love, love those particular. Now the case doesn't come with them, but the fans do, and they make installing fans so much easier. Ski Seer, of course, I'm not. Hey, Ski, look at me, look at me, look at me. If you are happy, that's all that matters. Please do not try and to tell anybody else that what they're choosing for their hardware is worse or better. If you're happy and it works for you, then you are winning, and that is all that matters. Nobody needs to validate what you're choosing at all, okay? I'm just telling you, when I build PCs, when we put Radeon GPUs in them, nobody buys them. When we build them here with NVIDIA GPUs, a lot of people buy them. So a lot of times what I do is I give the people what they want, and that's voted with their dollars and the viewership. That's all I'm saying. Please don't do it anything. You do you, that's all that matters. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. I just want you to know, okay? That's just it. I want you to be happy, and if you say that you're happy, then I'm super stoked, because that's all that matters to me too. Sorry, I just want to make sure that that's clear. I'm not fighting a war between AMD or NVIDIA GPUs. There's no point. Can I do someone else? What do you mean? Oh, thank you for that. I'll take GodSense too. And that was not meant as a dig at you either, at all, right? I was just saying, like, the one thing I always like to do is, like, when people start to get defensive, it's like, no, don't get defensive. Don't read into what I'm saying too much, you know? I don't want you to think that I'm doing one thing or the other, yeah. Yo, that's too bad. EGA for the win. That's too soon, too soon. Okay, so here's these fans. I've not used them before. These new LX fans. It's so funny because I used to run ATI like forever. Like I used to be like a huge ATI fanboy. Why, I have no idea. I mean, did I have a reason to be an ATI fanboy? No, I had no freaking clue. I just like the way the boxes looked, I think is the truth. TJC, thank you very much for the sub. I miss EVGA lawnmowers. I don't even know what that means. Oh, I should do another build stream. And I saw, like, it's really funny because I saw Jay just got finished doing a Lego build stream. Origin PC CEO coming in here, dropping a tier 1 sub, guys. Origin PC in the house, dropping a thing. I mean, also Corsair, so he's just coming in saying hi. I am not Canadian, guys. Oh, thanks very much. I appreciate that, Kevin. Everybody say hi to Kevin. Say hi, Kevin. Okay, guys, here's these ridiculous screws I love so much. Love these screws. I know I've never said that. You're like, screws? You don't understand. These screws are amazing. That come with they're fans. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do intake on the side. Man, the magnets on these are strong. 70, that's a big case. I mean, we got to do that as a first mod workshop. That was fun. I don't know if they sell them yet. I hope so, because the screws are really cool, Brandon. And you know, it's funny, because like I get excited about using the screws because of just how easy they are. I've never used them with WoW Stick though. Let's see how this process goes. Oh, this thing is like this thing is like basically holding. Wow, that was fast. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's all there is. It's like it doesn't even get a torque at all. It just goes, okay, I'm done. That's so funny. God, these screws are amazing. Just like that. I can't over torque them. They just stop. There's no way to over torque them. It's like they're like they're so simple. B650 that's budget friendly. Honestly, the ASRock ones, like the Steel Legend, those have been really good. I know we've had a number of our techs who love those. Okay, well, that's true. You could hold your beer and try, but I'm not trying to, okay? It is a good, I agree. It's a very satisfying weir noise. Okay, guys, 3 fans in, 35 gajillion more to go. Okay, look at that. Oh, that's like perfectly made for the hub. Look at that, and it won't move. That's cool. Just finding all sorts of little neat things for iCUE Link fans. Okay, let's put our other two. Let's put our other 2 in. This one I'm gonna have to use those special screws, I think. You guys want to see magic? Here we go. Magic time. You guys ready? And then you rub them together, and then so much magic. Look at that. Magic. It's not Velcro. No Velcro. No Velcro. One more time. Push it together with so much force. No hands. So much so. Oh, I'm a magician. You're a wizard, Harry. And a good one, I might say. It's magnetic. I could see the strings. There was no strings. I don't know how they stack them at the store. They're very magnetic. Wonder if you could take 2 boxes of them, like 2 big boxes, and go there. Yeah, I'm bringing my show to Vegas, guys. Let me know if you're in. Won't need any of that. I don't think you can do, no, they have to be next to each other. That'd be kind of funny if somebody's like, they didn't know and accidentally end up with a spare box at home. Like, no, I didn't mean to steal it. It was an accident. That's an interesting argument right there. Oh, wow, they've even braided this a little bit different. I might keep these out just to make sure I have enough. Okay. Got to peel these bad boys. There we go. Peel that bad boy. There we go. Peel that bad boy. There we go. Okay, those are all peeled. Very appealing. Okay, now let's see. Did they give us like long screws to do this? That's my question. Okay, we got some. Okay, we did get long fan screws. Okay, I was a little nervous about that. Okay, look at this. See, this is Corsair. That is like, remember with Fractal we got like 4? Look at this, we got a lot of zip ties. Thank you very much, Corsair. Freaking a lot of zip ties. But, oh guys, okay good. And we got a unified front panel, which makes me happy. Which game, Kevin? Ooh, I forgot the connectors. Are you talking about Star Wars? Yeah, I'm very excited. So guys, my preview of Star Wars Online is going to be dropping next week. I got to play for 4 hours. Or a team got to play for 4 hours. So our preview is dropping next week. We actually recorded a game preview, guys. On PC. And the game preview, our preview will be dropping next week. Oh man, wow, calm down, Rubes. Yeah, we're trying, I mean, like again, we're actually starting to get into game stuff, which is cool. So we have some other games that we're gonna be doing previews of too. Alright, there we go, connected. Look, magic. I'm just kidding, that was not magic. This one's actually got a thing in the way. I can't even call it magic. I can't do magic. I'm terrible at all the jokes all the time. Okay, this is gonna go right here, but I'm not gonna put that there yet because I just realized I haven't put all my other stuff in. So I've prepped these fans for no reason. But you guys are here to support me. Okay, so I got these. Whoa, why did I do that? Oh, that was dumb. There we go. Okay, now it's not dumb because I was able to catch it up. Everything's fine, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now I need to get my motherboard screws, which is not those. Wow, they give you a lot of fan screws, Lord. That looks like motherboard screws. Everything else is in here. So far, you were asking any red flags? No, not really. No red flags thus far on this build. I'm actually so scared. I saw that at the AMD Tech Day, and that game looks so good. So good. So I got to put hands on with that one, and I was like, I'm not really a big Space Marine fan, but that game, yes, I'm very excited about that one. So I'm there with you, buddy. The bottom, no, the shroud is not removable. So Sinbad, sometimes I can't, which is unfortunate. I wish I had a good answer. Most of the time they have like little lips around them. I know what their size is supposed to be, but there are times where I make mistakes. Is it really? Oh, that's funny, I didn't know that. Look at Origin PC, look at Kevin dropping facts. Like how I just completely messed up your screen name. You're like, I thought we were friends, Robey. Wow, Superman. There we go, need that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we got all of our fans ready. Ooh, that could have been bad. Okay, so let's get our motherboard in. We're ready for the next evolution, guys. Motherboard time. Okay, we got everything out here. I think I'm going to PAX, like, I don't go to PAX till like the weekend. Like, I think I have one day is currently planned, but I find out more tomorrow. All right, top down, guys. Let's get our Mobo in. This is gonna look sweet in here. We got our 3 fans in already. That looks good. I like it. Hey, Kevin, are these available? Like, can you already order these and get these at Origin? Like, can you get 3500X systems yet? Man, I haven't played that I'm waiting for the remake, right? Isn't that remake in like going? I guess correctly on the motherboard screws. That's good. Knights of the Old Republic is such a good game. There you go. Okay, so if you like this and you want to get a pre-built, you can from Origin PC. What's up, Texas Hoss? I like it. Nice smooth tooling as we do the install here. See you later, Jane Doe. Thanks for coming in. I Wiz 042, I did. If they did, that makes me very sad. Why would they cancel that? No, really? That's terrible. It was my only reason to live. Now I have to go die, guys. Will you guys miss me? Please tell me yes. Thank you, Jimmy. One person would. We wouldn't miss Robey Cat. Thank you. Okay, I'll keep going then. I do it for you guys. Okay, so we got motherboard in. Let's go ahead and hook up our front panel connectors now. Ugh. I kind of feel like I want to push this. I don't know, we'll have to see once I get it all in. What do you guys think of like the case and how it looks though? You think the case, do you like the look of the case? I already talked to Brian about that. So yes, AI Robeycat may be coming. Okay, will this quite fit is the question? Ooh, maybe not. I may not have enough room. Nope, okay. Do not have enough room to route it through the little gaps there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so not a lot of cables to run through here. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we got USB-C. It's gonna be, wait, it's not. Where's the USB 3.2 connector? Oh, it's down there. Oh, good, I love those actually. USB 3.2 right here. There we go. And then we grab our USB-C. That's gonna go up here. Then we got our front panel. That's gonna go right here. And this is our fourth connection right here. There is our HD audio, and then I'm gonna grab this. This one is gonna be for our iCUE link hub. So we're gonna go ahead and route that down to USB-C. I mean USB, which is over here. So that'll take care of that. Okay. So there are all of our connections ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this down. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we'll start here. USB-C. Easy peasy. There's that one. Next up, we got our USB 3.2. Okay, next up, front panel header. Just make sure it only goes one way, so it's going to cover all these in the far corner. Okay, then we have our USB. This is coming from the USB that comes with the Light Link, the hub for the. That's the hub for the iCUE link. We're gonna go to the far corner over here. And this is our HD audio cable. There we go. Okay, so all of our front panel connections are now hooked up. Zooming out. There we go. Front panel's good to go. Let's flip it over. Ooh, ow. What would dictate your choice of RAM speed? A lot of times for me, I know that 6,000 is fast enough, so a lot of times it has everything to do with like what's the, like getting ideal RAM speed for the price. So I just know that 6,000 is such a good like standard, right? So a lot of times I'm like, for gaming, going above that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that's a lot of times that's what it is just doing 6,000 mega transfer RAM. Okay, this one I might have, I think I can do one like this and then have it go down, okay. Okay, so that's most of it. So I'm gonna grab there we go. This is just to give ourselves, like, just clean up this one little, again, little area here. So we'll probably do 3 on this. The main reason being is that way we can get it to call down with the oh, never mind. What am I doing? Guys, I wasted a zip tie. I don't have to do 3. Poor zip tie, wasted its life for nothing. Press F in the channel, guys. F in the channel for the poor zip tie. Gave its life for no reason. What's up, Dorian? How are you, man? I might do that for this. There we go. I'm glad, Dorian. That makes me happy. It really does. I'm going to do this again down here. So I can get a little bit more of this one here. I'm trying to get this as tight as possible. There we go. Okay, that all looks good. Do one more up here just to clean out this last little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, one more little bit. I'll do that here. Okay, cool. We need to pull this in a little bit so it doesn't go into the one window. There you go. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, so there's all of our cable management for just getting the base cables done, which is good. We got all that ready. And this has got a cool little lip thing, which I appreciate. So I'm wondering if we can do something kind of neat here. Are we... Not quite that short, but maybe we can do enough that we can hide this. Enough under here. So it stays hidden. You know what I mean? So nice, clean look there. I like that. Okay, so that takes care of that. Yeah, I will say that, yeah, one thing that's always nice about Corsair, a lot of times when I start playing with it, I'll find like little things where it's like, oh, that works really well for an iCUE hub, you know what I mean? An iCUE link hub or whatever it was. Okay, so guys, now that's all done. Those all look really good there. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and put in our fans, because we should be fine. I want these to be towards the back here. Yep. Okay, so just got to find the hole. Wow, it's harder than it looks. There we go. The good thing is with how they created the fan mounting for this, they actually made it really easy to be able to, like, you have a lot of room behind the fans, which is nice. So you're not gonna be limited by being able to get things in and out of here, which I have seen on some of these. So you can still get your hands very easily into the space to put the fans in. I mean, to put, like, if you had to like reconnect cables or anything like that, you can do that. Which I've seen other cases with these bottom mounted fans where that's not so easy. It's nice, okay. So daisy chaining is gonna be the part that's more interesting because it feels like I want a daisy chain here. I don't know if that's gonna be long enough. We'll have to see, I don't think it is, no. It's almost like right angle, because this is gonna have to be a right angle too. I might have to get a different right angle cable. I wonder, I should actually, with the new Corsair thing, I should actually be able to just have this on its own. So with the new Corsair, the amount of devices you can have, I should actually be able to run this on my own. So just have this be the second one, and then have all of these together, if that makes sense. So these, I shouldn't have to worry about it as much. Okay, let's put our rear fan in. These are magnetics, so it should just hold there, right? No, not quite. I'm glad you guys like it. You guys are also hearing me think about it as like I figure this out. Like, unlike some of the other builds where I always have to where I kind of know everything, the one thing I like about doing new cases and new hardware is that you have to like figure out how to route it, so it helps people figure it out too. Okay, so that's all ready. So there's all of that's it. That's how it looks so far, right? Which I think looks really good. The fans look nice. You know what I mean? Like the cables themselves look nice. So let's get our AIO installed, which will be pretty fast. And then we'll get all of our iCUE link, and then it actually goes pretty quick from there. Yeah, these are the good screws, Sergeant Nobody. Well, I'm trying to think of these two on their own, because daisy chaining these together might be hard. So I'm just trying to figure, I have to look. I have to see what little cables I have too. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, let's go to top down here. I have to say, this little iCUE link nub here, this nub hole, so cool. Really like this. If you're an iCUE link fan, this is like awesome. Yeah, we've had a lot. We've had some really cool builds recently, like very cool. Okay, let's get our AIO put together because we're not going to use the QX120 fans. We're going to use the new LS120 fans. LX120, I mean, sorry. Okay, we do not need this. We're going to use the one that we already have. I think there's only one cable on lead out of here, which is the one that connects for the CPU. Not that one. Not that. This one right here. Yep. NV5 is a great system. Great case. Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna take all these out because I gotta figure out what I need and don't need, so. Okay, here we go. There we go. And now, messed up a little. I did? Case I have personally, I have a Corsair 5000D system. I have a Corsair 7000D system. I have a Lee & 011 dynamic system. And then the other one is a Falcon Northwest Talon. And then the other one is a Falcon Northwest Tiki. But none of my systems are air-cooled. They're all water. They're all AIO. My main drivers are the 7000D, the 5000D from Origin, and then the I actually have a Lee & system from EK Waterbox. Why not a fan? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Dorian? Oh, it has nothing to do with not being a fan. All of my systems are 14900K and 7950X systems. So everything's high end, which you can't air cool. So it has nothing to do with not being a fan. It has everything to do with they're not capable of being air cooled. Okay, need last set of fans here. How many zip ties equal a bundle? Actually, the fine folks at Zotac sent me this. Favorite case of the year so far? That's a good question. I really like the NZXT H7 Flow, though it has a couple things that I thought were kind of weird. You know, the aesthetics like kind of grew on me. Let's see, I like the Antec the two Antecs were really good, the C5 and the C8. Oh, that's right. That reminds me. I just realized a case that we can do next week. I have that Lee and Lee that we haven't built in. I'm trying to think of what else. Dude, we've built in so many. I'd have to go back and look. Yeah, I like the core fans. It's funny because one of the things that people said, I do know that, like, for instance, Deb wasn't as big of a fan of the core fans because she felt like it made them look cheap. I didn't mind them so much, but when she said that, I was like, yeah, I can kind of see her perspective on that. So. I'm trying to think of other cases that we've done. I like the 2500X. I actually really enjoyed how that build looked. I really enjoyed what is the big one called? Does anyone remember? I can't remember. Is it the 5600X, the 5500X? Honestly, when I did it at Microsoft as a fundraiser, and I just saw how much people enjoyed the building process, I was like, it just made me want 6500X. Thank you, Pastor Dame. No, if you wanted to, you can go. There are less expensive models. So if you wanted to go down in price, you absolutely could. Well, he's going to be joining me for Enshrouded. How much is the motherboard? I guess we had an Aorus version of this, but this motherboard has a lot of stuff in it, so. Squirrel Breath, I can never comment on that stuff, even if I have or haven't. I have seen them at AMD Tech Day. I can't conclude that because I have pictures of them. So, but yes, I have seen them. But in terms of saying, do I have review units or not, I can't say or can neither confirm nor deny. Putting these back on because they're switching fans. Okay, those are all in. Now what we're gonna do, let's take our standard ones. So I could do this, daisy chain this to the rear fan, and then do the bottom of the rear fan to the. I like how I'm looking for something that I don't have. So I could do this, which take one of these. And this will be for the rear fan. And these are the new braided ones, which are actually really nice. And then the rear fan will connect via one of these longer ones to the hub. Where's my build? I'm like looking for, oh, there it is. It's like, where's the PC? There it is. So what I can do here is take one of these here. Wonder how, if it's got enough length. These are kind of long. I hope it's long enough. We're gonna find out here in just a second. Okay. We're trying to, oh, I want to go to side. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if we can run this all the way down and in here. And then, so, oh yeah, we got a lot of room. Okay, so we got a lot of cable here. Okay. I'm gonna flip it over. Ugh. Just to get a little bit more leverage. Trying to get this in. Come on. I wonder if this other one, these are more malleable. This one might actually work better. This is like their V2 cable. There we go. Go. Okay, definitely the better cable option. Okay, so now by doing this, you actually have a iCUE link cable hole there, which is really nice. Wow, these new iCUE link cables are way nicer. That's nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so that takes care of that one. So now we have our rear fan hooked up. and that cable is pretty much hidden, which is nice. Okay, so now I need my it's little things, guys. Little things as you solve them. This one will be the other one. And this will be the third one. Okay, so this is going to be here. That's going to connect into this one. And this will be for the rear fan in just a second. The PC was upside down, yes, but not anymore. Okay, now what I'm doing is just getting 2 screws prepped for mounting our AIO. I'm gonna get this connected first because it's a pain if you don't do it right at the beginning. There we go. Okay, one other thing we got to do real quick is we got to put in our EPS cable. Yeah, you are not losing a whole lot by doing B650 over X670. There we go. We'll connect them both. Why not? We have 2. We'll use them. Why not, guys? Let's use them both. I got lots of stuff on my, I got all this stuff on my desk. So much stuff on my desk. Drive me nuts. I don't like it when I have a cluttered workspace, but it's only temporarily cluttered. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. You're like, I like a clean workspace. I'm glad you're liking Skyfer. So let's actually go through the parts list. Here you go, right here. Parts we're using today are a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. We're using the MSI MPG B650 Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. We're using the PNY RTX 4070 Super. We're using the 2TB MP600 NH NVMe drive, Gen 4 NVMe. 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, 6,000 megatransfer for RAM. We have the Corsair 3500x case. That's what we're using today. We're using the iCUE Link H150i RGB, Tough Gaming 850 watt gold PSU, and then we're using the new Corsair LX120 fans. So yeah, there's all the parts and everything we're using today. Oh, shoot. Put those on backwards. Oh, that's cool, Ubu. Congratulations. Yeah, it's not as bad as people think. Oh, man. There we go. Okay. Say putting on cable combs is the hardest part. What was it about it, Ubu, that scared you? Just out of curiosity. How are we doing likes on YouTube, guys? Okay, there's that one. $159, we're cranking through it, guys. We still got 100 left to go. That unlocks a $25 new gift card giveaway. Yeah, it's a little daunting at the beginning, but once you get it done, you're like, oh, that's not so bad. Some are definitely easier than others to mount. What AIO did you use? There you go. Grab some water. Okay, guys, now we're going to throw our two CPU EPS connectors up here. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we can put this in. So first step is the I don't know why I have such a struggle with this, but I did it once. I can do it again. There you go. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. I'm batting 1,000 here, guys. That's awesome. That's awesome, Mark. I'm almost done building my PC here. There we go. Sometimes you just got to do it with a screwdriver. shoot. Yes, and yes, we do. We do micro. We actually have some coming up. Oh, come on. We're doing one with ASUS. And then yes, I want it. We do them. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're just gonna make sure everything fits good, looks good, and then we'll get this mounted and then we'll finish the screws here in the back. Whoa, 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 why did you come loose? All right, we're good. That was weird. Okay. Okay. One of the cables came loose. Okay, and then we just got to move this one. Oh no. Oh, wait. See if we switch this. Okay, all of our fans are now hooked up. There we go. Okay, fans are all in, all hooked up. They're all daisy chained. Should be fine. Okay, so now what we got to do is deal with this little bad boy. This is a pretty little easy bad boy to deal with, which is good. Yep, iCUE link, which makes builds very quick and painless. There we go. Whoa, calm down there, Robey. All right. Why was the month so bad, T-Man? All right, there we go. Okay, so then we do that one, and then we finish it with make sure it's nice and sealed. Okay. Okay, so we have there we go. Trying to see if there's anything. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what I'd be missing. I'm gonna do my, okay, so those are in. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I don't know what I'd be missing. All the stuff is in, right? That's connected, all of it's connected. I'm gonna have to I wonder if, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I can try. Try to bring this over. Okay, cool. There we go. Now I just need I got to do the 24 pin. So let's clean up our space real quick because I need to finish putting, I was like, I knew I forgot something. Yeah. So build looks like this now, guys. Let's finish putting in our screws for our AIO. And then hose in the back suck. No, well, this is how Corsair actually set it up. Actually, I could do this. Hold on. So I actually want it a little bit further forward. Take this one out here. Hold on. There we go. I like hoses in the front for the sake that I actually don't mind. I'd rather not go over the RAM, but it's a personal choice. Okay, so you can actually go that far forward. I think it'd be a lot of room to go forward here on this. So you actually now have more off of the... Hey, Juniper, thank you very much. Sergeant Nobody, thank you for the sub. Well, this case actually did a really good job of allowing you to push the 360 pretty far forward, so the tubes do not hit the back fan. Ooh, favorite dual chamber case? Ooh, probably, I really like the 011 Evo RGB, just because it's very easy to build in, especially if you use the Edge PSU. I really like the 6500X too, so both of those are probably really high on my list. But the Lian Li, there's something iconic about it. My least favorite O11 is the Vision. I think it's a heat trap. Okay, there we go. Finishing the last few screws, and then we can clean up my space, install the I only have one more to do after this. Then after that, I'm just going to install a 24-pin GPU, PSU, and we're done, guys. Boom. It does look really good. So I need to grab this cable. That's our last one for, that's all, okay, all of our fans are hooked up now. Okay, so now we can put all this other stuff away. And I need to hook up my one cable for this cable I'm going to hook up now is so I can is so the AIO gets the data or tells the CPU that there's something connected to it, so I can not have that error. Okay, so that takes care of this. Okay, I feel like my life is getting back to cleanliness. Just need to install our CPU fan header. Okay, so all my cables are connected now. Just need to install my last cable for there we go. .24-pin, and then we're after this, we just basically got to put in our GPU and our PSU. It's a little bit of cable management in the back, just to cable manage the iCUE link, but that's kind of it. Okay, next up, let's finish this. A little bit of cable, some cable combs in. Yeah, I thought that was actually kind of cool in Need of Temperance. No, selling a 4070 for a 4070 Super does not make sense. It's not that big of a jump, no. Only reason I do it is if you really want to say, my CPU is super. They're presented on a Louis Vuitton. They're presented on a Louis Vuitton tray too. So Louis Vuitton did the trays, and then the people who did the, I forgot what was famous about the people who did the ribbon, but that was also pretty famous. Yeah. And the piece of the Eiffel Tower is from the renovation, so those pieces are like actual pieces, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, guys, let's get this last set of cables in here. I'll be honest, one of the things I actually really like about this particular build is I took all the time to make sure that I'm getting to use all of my favorite shortcuts to like make sure this build goes smooth and quickly. iCUE link, the PSU, like all of these things together just make for a really fast, smooth build experience. Another thing too is this thing has a lot of depth for doing cables, like in the back here. Like very impressed with how much room you have. Like you got all sorts of room for nefarious deeds in the back here in cable management land. Okay. I mean, like, it's like you have lots of room, which is really cool. There they are. Okay, let's get this out over here. I'm gonna bundle these together. There we go. Perfect. All is good. And good there. This thing is like in a weird spot, so it's not rotating or anything. That's fine. I don't know why, but okay. Okay, so that controls that. Looks good. Okay, now let's get this under control. Okay, we got this cable here. I might just be able to have that sit there and then have it go underneath this, and then it'll look like there's no cable there. Look at that. Look at that. I love it when a good plan comes together, guys. Anybody know what show that's off of? It's gonna make you feel old, if you know. Yep. Those of us who even remember the 18. Yeah, poof, no cable. Where'd it go? The cable's gone. Amazing. Okay, one more cable to deal with. This one. I wonder if I could run this. Really a really good place to run. Oh, okay. Oh. I might actually be able to do this the really cool way. I want to do this. Let me just do this. Use a really thick zip tie for this, but there you go. That's on purpose. And you'll see why. And just like that, no cable. Get it stuck under there. There we go. Boom. Now there's no cable. Makes that nice and clean. There we go. Okay, all the cable management done is done, guys. What do you guys think? I thought it came out it came out really solid looking. It's very clean. If you zoom out, right? Looks really good. That little place to hold the thing is nice. These new cables for the iCUE link is actually really nice too. So, which is actually super cool. Okay. Let's get our GPU in. Okay, very nice thin 4070 Super. We'll put the PSU in at the very end. It's always my last thing. The good thing about this is that there's not going to be any sag or anything like that. Okay. Grab another drink. It's actually 2-slot, but it's just 2-slot. I just think it's been a long time since people have seen actual 2-slot GPUs. Okay, boys and girls, now what we got to do is Igor, thank you for the 2 gifted subs, my man. Train our 16 pins. Not be so cattywampus. Okay, going back to top down. side here. I think the, by the way, I feel like the fan setup we have for this build, honestly, probably a little overkill. I don't think you really need these additional fans here for this GPU. Like if you're gonna do a 4080, but having them, I mean, you're gonna get some good underglow here, but definitely not necessary. Yesterday was the Strix 4090, which is a very beefy GPU. Okay, last bit, guys. Last little tiny bit of this build, which is our PSU. Case is nice and light too, which I've actually been enjoying. Okay, let's grab our PSU, which is one of my favorites. Tough Gaming Gold. It's got super malleable cables, which always makes me happy. Getting 4 fans out, there we go. Don't need that. Do need that. CPU. We'll need one of these. This is for our Lee & Lee, our case, sorry, iCUE Link connector. Gold rating does matter. Actually, we have a PSU guide coming out next week. Hey, Zeiston, thank you for the sub. We have a PSU guide coming out next week. So if you want to check that out, we go all through all that stuff. But the short of it is gold is just how efficient it is. So say, for instance, if you, and that can be dependent on PSU, but for instance, in a C850 Gold, it's 87.5% efficient, which means it needs, if it needs 500 watts, it only has to draw 550 from the wall. So that's the way to kind of look at it. So Putente, there is no show this week, but what's your question? Because this is probably a better place to ask because it's not a sponsored stream. The Friday shows are more sponsored. What's your question? Obviously, I can be a lot more unfiltered on this. Yeah, swag, yes, we'll be able to run through all that stuff. This is CPU. Okay, let's go top down. Putente, I will make that decision after the fix in August. But for the most part, you'll probably see them phase out anyway because I'll be going to mostly new gen. But in terms of if people call me and say, hey, I want to use Intel, if the fix fixes the issue, then yes. If the fix doesn't fix the issue, then no. Yeah, Tinkin, they have, please, the big thing that you need to go do is you need to go make sure that your BIOS is up to date. So please update your BIOS. And then if your BIOS is up to date, then you're more than likely your wear issues are under control. But they have shown wear and power spike issues. Now understand, and guys, if you go back and watch the very beginning of the stream, this affects for consumers, and we're talking about, I talked to a lot of SIs. This affects a very small number of people who have 13th and 14th gen CPUs. There are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people who do not have issues. Do want to undermine, this is still bad. But the thing is, if you do install your BIOS updates, like SIs like Falcon Northwest have 0 issues now, 0. The fix that basically does is, especially when you go back to default settings on your motherboard. So that's, again, don't want to undermine that the situation is bad. But I actually did a whole thing earlier on about how important basically competition is, and people understand having a company fail is bad because people lose jobs and those people are human. And then if there's no competition, that is bad too. So if you guys want to go watch the whole thing, I don't want to spend a bunch of time talking about it again. But the short of it is that if they make it right, which, I mean, apparently they're having issues in, but again, we're still waiting for the final mix. When they make it, if they make it right, and they fix the issue, then I have 0 issues with the CPUs. You're very welcome. So there you go, Pudente. Hopefully that answers your question and gives you some clarity. But for the most part, you're probably going to see them a lot less on my builds because, you know, I expect that AMD will be a better option right now for a while. Just because for performance, at least until we see what happens with Arrow Lake, and we don't know. So. I just think that, like, I do believe some of the return issues have to do with, like, you guys, they need people to see if the fix that comes out fixes the issue. So it's like I've had some pretty interesting arguments with people who are like, go and tell them to do a recall, and it's like, well, dude, do you understand how disruptive that would be? Like, on a scale of unbelievable, right? And so the other thing too is if it can be fixed, we'd prefer to have a fix than telling people to recall. I think people are just mad because, well, I mean, they have a right to be mad. But the other thing too is I think some people who are doing this just want to throw freaking gas on the fire, which is not the right answer either. It's not, I have nothing, yeah. Yeah, hey, Pudente, it's really straightforward, and for the most part, like, we show you how to do it, and if you have questions, talk to our techs, talk to our community. They're more than happy to walk you through it. But I would wait, honestly, I would wait until we see the fix, right? I would wait to see if the fix does what it's going to do. If you're a huge fan of Intel, just wait. Okay, that's all I ask. And then if it ends up being fixed, then you should feel very confident being able to go and do what you need to do. Right now there's a lot of sensationalism, and so one of the things I always try to do is just keep away from sensationalism and just say, hey, here's how it is. This is what's happening. But there is nothing wrong with AMD either. Right now, I would say the main reason for AMD is the fact that you got through 2029 for support for the CPUs, right? So your upgrade path is gonna last a whole lot longer. Now, we don't know the answer on LGA 11851, you know what I mean? Like that one, we don't know how long that's gonna last. We have no clear information, so we have to see what Arrow Lake does. But on AMD, we have them committing to using the same socket till 2029, which is pretty big. Okay, here we go, guys. But there are people who just love Intel, and that's okay. But I want to make sure that you get fixed. It gets fixed first. Okay, so now the key thing here is just to get these cable managed. It might be 20, I think, oh, it's 2027, you're right. Point is, it's still a long time. Yeah, we're at the very end of this build now. Just the end. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two. So we're at the just the two of us. Last two cables here. Sometimes I feel like I'm like moving around like intestines, you know what I mean? When I do these groups of cables. That's what I'm saying, man. There's lots of room in the back of this for some good amount of cable management, which is actually pretty nice. Like the fact that it's almost got a dual chamber type feel to it in terms of just amount of cable management room, but it is. Yeah, he's going to be joining me for Enshrouded. I saw Zeist in here. I don't know if he said he was able to join. I know he was dealing with work and seeing what he was able to do. There we go. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Okay, last one. Yeah, if you want to play, do the Drew. We're running on a community server, playing with the update. So if you want to join us, the information is there. So feel free. Oh, there's Zeiston. Just give me an excuse to hang out with Zeiston. Oh, Drew's okay. Drew's all lined up too. Cool. Well, remember the fans spin though. I mean, you can't. You could, as best I can, is like that. Okay, guys, there we go. There is our build all done. So, nice and clean, very easy to cable manage, which is nice. Okay, let's get the case back together. There we go. Look at that. Looks good. Okay, so we're gonna do through our sponsor real quick, do deals, and then we'll get this turned on. Run a couple benches, like mostly thermals, to show you some gaming temps, and then we'll get started with Enshrouded. Looks good. Oh, one more peel. Oops, apparently that peel comes right off. All right, there we go. Should get some Robeytech ones made for that. Okay, let's do our cable. Let's do our zip tie count. Yes, I did get the one on the link hub, yes. That one's peeled. I peeled that right when we finished the cable management. Ugh. You still use quite a few zip ties, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 19. It's odd today, guys. 19. 19 zip ties. So it is odd. So even if you were guessing 9, you're still in good shape. I feel like the thing must have come up. Oh, it did. Ugh. Okay, boys and girls. Grab a drink, then we'll go through deals. Okay. Hoo-ah. Hoo-ah. What's up, Spinal Person? How are you? All right, let's take a look here, guys. Go. Okay, so you get finished building a PC, and you get done with this and you're like, hey, Robey, you know, I want to pick up a copy of Windows. Where do I get one? And it's like, oh, well, it's pretty straightforward. You can, hey, Gizmo, thank you very much for the gifted subs. And you want to pick up a copy of Windows. Do I pick one up at at Best Buy, or do I pick one up at Newegg? Well, they're like, you know, 100, 150 bucks, 200 bucks, but here at VIP-CDKdeals.com, you can actually pick one up. Here's Windows 10 Pro for $23.65, Windows 11 Pro for $32.45, or Windows 11 Home for $30. So let's go to Windows 11 Windows 11 Pro, just hit buy now. But if you use code RBCK at checkout, hit apply. What was $30 drops all the way down to $22.71. And then remember, guys, this is like, these are OEM keys, which means that they work on a single system. But I mean, like, you would basically have to buy like 5 of them and switch to 5 PCs before you used it. And as long as you switch anything but the motherboard, you shouldn't have to redo and get a new OEM key from the website. And then again, you've literally had thousands and thousands of people here at Robeytech who've used it. So if you have questions, just go ahead and ask out here in chat, and they'd love to tell you and give you coverage in terms of what they know. They have great customer service as well. Also, you might be saying, well, Robey, what if I wanted to pick up something like Microsoft Office? Back to school's right around the corner. I don't want to pay for Office 365. You can get the standalone versions of Office all the way up to Office 2021, 2016, and 2019. That means you're not going to be basically paying for the auto renew, or you can buy bundles as well. But let's do Office 2019, $67.76, way down from $200 to $300. Hit buy now. Same code, RBCK, hit apply. And that drops from $67.18 all the way down to $47.03. And then you're not worrying about a renew or anything like that. So VIP-CDKdeals.com, worth checking out right there. And then again, if you have any issues, great customer service. And if you have questions, just ask right here in chat, because we have tons of people who've used them as well. Yeah, I subbed to 365 as well. I know not everybody wants to, and sometimes people just don't want to spend the money. And this is a great option if you don't want to spend the money. Okay, last thing I want to tell you about, because a couple of people asked about this, Robeytech.com. Highlights here, you know, maybe you can't sub or do anything like that, but again, one of the things that's actually really helpful for us is this affiliate links. So if you're buying stuff at Newegg, Amazon, and it doesn't even need to be tech stuff, anything at any one of these locations, just bookmore, Robeytech.com is your homepage. Click on this, just click on Amazon, and then it loads right in here. We get a nice kickback, and you don't get charged any money, but it's a great way of helping us with financially and all that sort of stuff. So just clicking on that. Same thing with Target, there's Origin, all those other places, including Best Buy Canada. Other thing too is that if you wanted to get a commission, a couple of people have asked about commissions, you go right here, click on this email button. Basically gives you some nice updates on what to do. And then, you know, if you have questions, just reach out to me, and you can do it just right here via this email link. Also, if you have a build, like for instance, the 3500X build or anyone like that, you can go here, see any one of our builds. So say for instance, you want to build an A21, click on the link. There's parts that we used in the build as well as the video, so you can follow right along. Great way to go and say, hey, did Robey use a particular build? All of them are listed there. You can see pictures of them as well as links to the video. And then last thing, let's see what deals Tom has for us today. Anker 521 portable power station. This is upgraded with a 256 watt hour battery. One thing I really like about these is that the cool thing is like taking it on the go, like especially if you're camping and you want to game and stuff like that. Also, I use these for, you know, if you're in windy areas like we do, being able to use this to power yourself in an emergency situation, whether that's lights, charging your phone, all that sort of stuff. These are just great to have around, and this one's on sale, $169.99. Tough gaming monitor, 1080p, full HD, IPS 165 hertz on $100. And Asus makes good monitors. This is a 24-inch, 144, 165 hertz FreeSync premium monitor for $99. Seasonic Focus GX1000 80 Plus. This is ATX 3.0. It's got PCI 5, which means, and you can get it right now, $139.99. Seasonic makes great PSUs. Insignia 55-inch F3 4K TV on sale, $249.99. Wow. 55-inch Class C4 OLED. So this OLED that you guys are seeing here, I actually have this in my gaming room as a second television OLED that my son plays on. Absolutely amazing OLED, and it's $400 off, making it $15.99. And then it's 120 hertz as well. And then the HP Omen IPS LED, 240 hertz FreeSync, G-Sync compatible, 130 off, making it $299.99. So there you go. It doesn't say the resolution. Oh, 2560 by 1440. So that makes a lot more sense. So $299. That's a really good deal on a 240 hertz 1440p G-Sync and FreeSync compatible monitor. So I haven't used HP Omen monitors. I know some people really like them, some eSport folks that I know. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, it says, oh, it does. I'm sorry, I missed that. It says QHD right there. So there it is, guys. I'd say deals that are my favorite, I'll be honest. The deals that are my favorite is this Anchor, because I really love these things. This television is awesome. And then a $99 1080p monitor. Asus makes good monitors. Their tough gaming monitors are actually pretty good. And it is IPS, which means it's gonna be great for gaming and color as well. So, thank you. Everybody say thank you, Tom. Oh, there you go. Tom has the Omen. Okay, guys, 44 more likes. Let's get that done. But now it's time to turn the PC on. Mayor Pete, thank you for the resub. To Town Scott, thank you for the resub as well. Appreciate you guys. Okay, here we go, guys. It's the time. It's time to see if it turns on. Will it post? Okay. Grab a drink. Oh. There's going to be a lot of light. I will tell you that. Okay. Hey, Justin. Oh, missed the call. Missed something. Let's see what it said. It looks like we got a super chat. A long time, first time, I just want to ask what a camel is called during a drought. Oh my gosh. Ben B, what is a camel called during a drought? It's called a dry humper. Oh man, paid money and gave us a dad joke. Thank you very much, dude. That's amazing. Thank you very much for the $5, dude. Okay, so they just released that they're going to extend their warranty for 13th and 14th gen by 2 years. Wow. So that helps. Just as long as the RMA process is straightforward, that would also be good. Because this should be a warranty issue very, very, very clearly. You know what I mean? All right, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they're on. And it's gonna take a while for iCUE link. Ooh, there's RGB on the XLR8. I may have to wait for me to open up iCUE and update it. We'll see once we get in here. Waiting for the record here. Waiting. Skeet Seer, I don't remember what the trade-in is. I thought they just accepted returns, no questions asked right now. Yes, Near, I do know that. But they said that there's still some people who should test because they may not actually have the degradation. And so what they may be experiencing is not the degradation, but something else. This is still sitting here. We have something going on, guys. We may have gotten a no post. Now, we have tested this, but we're going to see what the thing is. Oh, no. No, it might be fine. Never mind. It just took a long time. There it is. There, it posted. Never mind. It posted. There you go. It just took a long time. Okay, it just ran through, okay. There it is, guys, it posted. Yeah, it just took RAM. It just takes a little while. Okay, let's switch this. Let's go back in. Let's reboot this. And then we got to install iCUE and all that sort of stuff. The AIO fans are on. They're just, I think I need to install, like, guys, I need to get iCUE installed. That does happen sometimes. So I'm not overly worried about it yet. Because iCUE added more support for devices, so we'll have to wait for their hubs. So don't worry, it's not quite lit up all the way yet. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and turn on RAM. And then everything else I don't need to really turn on. I can actually, hold on, let's go to advanced. Turn on, make sure Precision Boost Overdrive is on. Let's go to F7, because it's usually here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. Precision Boost Overdrive is on. Okay, that's what I was just making sure. Okay. There we go. Okay, so PBO is on. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it so we get. So we're gonna go to, since you guys have seen all that set up. It's waiting for the motherboard. Now it's got to retrain, so it's gonna take a little while. Just waiting. There it goes. And there we go. Now we have screen and we're now ready to go. Okay, let's install iCUE link. Oh, iCUE, sorry, not iCUE link. There we go, with 125. Okay, accept cookies, download iCUE. English. Okay, so we got that. Let's go and grab MSI Afterburner. There we go. People are still getting the likes. I like your like thing. Okay, so still not all of it yet, but we'll see what happens. Why is this taking so long? Okay, we'll let that finish. Let's just make sure this is good. Okay, everything there is good. Okay, everything there is good. Why is this 50? Why is this so? Okay, let's just restart. So we can finish this. That's 15 minutes. This was the latest one. And I gotta install the PNY software too, because it's like flashing. Well, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. We'll see here in a minute. Once we get this restarted. I need to get Velocity installed for XLR8 for the GPU as well. Justin, have you ever been building a PC and just stopped and wondered to yourself why dogs are such bad dancers? It's because they have 2 left feet. That's true, they do. I've never thought that, but there you go. Dad joke.
What's orange and sounds like a carrot?
Dad joke. Okay. Okay, iCUE is definitely going in now. Okay, so let's see what happens. We need to update. Hey, Kevin, it says, hey, Kevin. Is it this new SDK client LED Keeper 2? Say block. It doesn't. It just says, it says client access. Approve or block. All right, they're gonna. He's playing with this a little bit more. Okay, so now we're updating. It's updating the hub now. So Kevin says approve. So it messes with, the block is, it messes with all the MSI stuff, which so he was telling me. Okay, so we should. This doesn't show. This only shows the ones on the right. Weird. So that only shows 3 of them. Where are the rest of them? Something is not right. Oh, I wonder if it's because of this. Like, is this not hooked up all the way? Like, what is going on here? So that's right. Is that because it's almost like all the other lighting is not working. Oh wait, because that one's working. Oh, is this not hooked up? Like, is there like, is this not all the way hooked up? Feels like something is not. No, that's hooked up. Because it sounds like all of these are spinning like they have power, but they're not. And those are all right. Ow. So it's getting power, but it's not reading the fans. Which is the part that's weird, is like the iCUE link is giving me power. So it's like all of the stuff is getting it, except for it's like it's not coming out of this one cable here. So it's just really funny. So these are all fine. But then like from this point on, it's not. Which I've never seen. So it's almost like, hold on, I'm gonna shut this down. Let's shut it down. And then we'll figure out, because it's like everything, like it's like the fact that the cables are all doing stuff is fine. I'm gonna shut it down. But like this one, like these, like all of the side, like all of these fans are not, like this fan, like this is acting like it's got an issue here. It's like from here. It's gonna switch the direction real quick just to see if. Oh wait, no, that one's definitely plugged in. Yeah, that's fine, okay. By the way, these cables, because of how they like to turn, one of the most difficult cables to plug in. Wet-handed. Oh my gosh, it's like the worst. Okay. Just going to see if this fixes the problem. Yep, it was just that. That cable was not plugged in all the way. Okay, well, now it's fixed. That's better. There we go. That looks way better when all of the lights are in. Okay, just waiting for it to come back in and I'm glad you like it. It does help when you have all the fans working. Okay, let's go ahead and do, okay, so there's all that. Play with it a little bit. And we have liquid. I like that one. That one's a little bit more chill. Those have liquid, which is that's actually kind of cool. I think we'll leave that. Okay, so Steam is done. Okay, so let's just take a look at our temps here real quick, guys. Okay, so now glass is on. Let's check our temps. Okay, let's open up CPU ID. Cinebench. It's right now 51 degrees. Go to 10 minutes, starting our multi-core. Fans popped up right at 80. Getting it back down into the 80s, see what happens. I have a feeling it's going to keep it here, maybe get up to 83. There you go. Pulled a little over, so that's a pretty good score. It's about average for that with Precision Boost Overdrive. Give it a couple minutes. So you can get R23 right from the Windows Store. and it's free. Seems to be sitting, we might get into the mid 80s, but I mean, all in all, like it's gonna be pretty close to 83, 84. Does a pretty good job of getting it back down. Man, the build looks really good, which is nice. And temperature-wise, we're doing good. Lots of airflow for the GPU. Lots of airflow. Let's, oh, we should check out smoke tests, right? See how it's, oh, I forgot the smoke's not here. It's gone. Okay, we'll do it next time. Sorry, guys. Yeah, R23 is just a stress test for, yeah, it's basically so you can see max temps. Was it a beak performance? I know, I'm sorry, do the Drew. Do the Drew. It seems to be sticking at 83, so I don't think we're gonna have any problems with the temps. Skilo, R23 versus R24 is not. It's just, it's a Cinebench score that more people know, but there's no issue with R24. R24 does a really good job of doing the same thing. So it's not a recommendation. That is that a 14900K, Kevin? Or 14, you can do that with a 14.7 too. Or a 13.7, 7950X, so yeah. So you can get 41K, you can get 40K with the 14.9, but you have to boost the cap. Normal average is around 30, 37, 38 on a, but you can do 35 with the 14.7. I haven't run a 7950X in a long time, because just a 7800X 3D is such a great chip. Okay, we're gonna give it another minute and then just make sure, but then we'll see. I think it's just gonna be 83. Yeah, Kevin, that makes sense. I mean, the one that's behind you, this Falcon, is actually a 7950X system. Yes, it does. X3D really just helps with gaming. $30 seconds left here, and then we'll get to the gaming side of it. I don't know why this download is so slow. And there we go. We'll let this finish, but yeah, this is good. It got up to 7. It stayed right around that. So it's gonna, oh, it got up a little bit warmer, but for the most part, this is not gonna, it might max, it might get to 85. But yeah, we still have lots of headroom here. So yeah, there we go, guys. This is literally the worst. Why is this so slow? They must have some sort of throttling going on right now. And then now it's silent again. And then yeah, for people who want to know the parts, here's the parts list again. We have the the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. We have the MSI MPG B650 Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard, PNY RTX 4070 Super, 2TB Corsair MP600 Pro in H, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance 6000 mega transfer RAM, Corsair 3500X, the iCUE Link H150i RGB, and then the Tough Gaming 850 watt gold PSU. So that is all the stuff that is in there right now. It's almost time to place them in shrouded, guys. I've never seen this take this long. This all looks good, which is great. See you later, Sinbad. Oh, there it goes. It's like jumped all of a sudden. It's like, geez, what the heck? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I wasn't even counting that, but yay, we did that too. Okay, well, let's do that giveaway. Congratulations, you guys. It's amazing. Do that giveaway, and then I'm going to jump into the thing and get ready for some exclamation point community, guys. $25 gift card up for grabs. 2 minutes, guys. Exclamation point community. Okay, I'm going to jump into Discord because we're going to be playing some games here shortly. There we go. Can you guys, okay, let me see what's going on here. There we go. It's in voice chat. Testing, testing. Okay. Hello. Testing. Can you guys not hear me? Testing.
No, your audio source is probably incorrect on.
I'm checking.
He cannot hear us.
I can hear you. Where is the... Why is it not... That's weird. Wavelength microphone. Oh, FX, so that's why. Input is not wavelength HDMI mic in. Oh, there you go. Okay, now can you hear me?
Hey,
Yep,
there he
can hear you
is.
fine
So we
now.
got him now. All right, cool. So let's finish this setup, guys, and then we'll go from there. Getting everything ready for some Enshrouded. There we go. Okay. Oh no. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, I think, actually, never mind, it should be fine. We should see. Okay, let me see. Should be good here. Okay, finish. Okay, here we go. Just get this set up and then we'll show you some temps there. Okay, so making sure we're in 47 Super. RTX 4070 Super. Fly, we want usage, it's fine. We want memory usage. Core clock. Power. There we go. And then CPU temperature. There we go. CPU usage. CPU clock and CPU power. Okay, and then we just need to add our game ones. There we go. Text and graph. Frame. Oops, no. Just what text? Frame time, we want text and graph. Okay, guys, let's take a look at a little Cyberpunk, and then we'll be good here, and then we'll start playing some stuff. Congratulations to our winner, because our winner is probably here and been announced. So our winner was, congratulations to DMAT1773. Congratulations, DMAT, you were the winner, and congratulations, that's awesome. Okay, let's open up some Cyberpunk real quick. Okay, here we go. See how this runs. And the reason we show Cyberpunk, guys, is just to give you a good idea of temps and just everything else, like temps plus, you know, when gaming, right? Because that's kind of what you want to see. So, and then we'll be good. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So there we go. Let's just see what the temps are like and all that sort of stuff. We'll just run one round and then we'll get into some Enshrouded. So you can see what, like at a high game, and then you'll also be able to see it during Enshrouded as well. So let's go to graphics, ray tracing, ultra DLSS. We don't need ray reconstruction. Video, we're gonna go to VSync off, go to full screen. And then we're just gonna leave it on DLSS. We're gonna put it on balanced. And this is just to give you a general idea of like at the, like what it, for a pretty crazy game, what might your temperatures be like for your CPU and GPU. There you go, 68, 67, 68 on the CPU, 62, 63 on your GPU, right? So no issue whatsoever there for game temps. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed the project. And there we go, 95, 93. Oh, sorry, frames per second. Sorry, temps are fine. And there we go, guys. 92.64 frames per second at 1440p with DLSS on. See, temps are not an issue or anything like that, and that is it. Okay, so I'm gonna reboot this real quick now that the audio source is fixed. And then we'll get into some Enshrouded. If you guys are gonna be joining us, Zeiston, looks like some other people are gonna be joining us. Zeiston, Damien, are you already on the server?
Yep, we're here.
Okay, here we go, guys. Now, I want to show a trailer here. Let me just reboot this real quick. Okay, let's reboot. And then I want to show a trailer here that for like the newest stuff that just happened. So a good way to just kind of give you an update, an idea of what we saw. For those folks who are over on YouTube right now, I want to say huge shout out. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, guys. That is it for this part of the show. Next stream is going to be Tuesday next week, so no stream on Saturday. Next show is going to be Tuesday next week. Please make sure that you join us. Really looking forward to that. If you want to come watch us play some Enshrouded, head on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. That's what we're about to jump into and start playing now. So outside of that, thank you so much for joining me. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, YouTube. All right, so let's reboot, which we're still waiting for. Okay, we're gonna go back to game.